Have you ever wondered why Israel remains silent in the conflict between China and the Philippines? As we delve into the current tension, it's essential to understand the dynamics at play. China and the Philippines, two countries with substantial influence in the Indo-Pacific region, are at odds over territorial disputes. These disputes have escalated in recent years, with incidents of collisions between Chinese and Philippine vessels causing international concern and eliciting responses from various nations. But amidst this turmoil, one country remains notably silent: Israel. Known for its historical neutrality, Israel has often chosen to observe rather than participate in global conflicts. This silence might seem puzzling at first glance, but when we consider Israel's geopolitical stance, the picture becomes clearer. Israel, a small nation with a complex history, has always prioritized its national security and stability. Engaging in a distant conflict that doesn't pose an immediate threat to its borders might not align with Israel's strategic interests. Moreover, Israel's relationships with both China and the Philippines are nuanced. China, being a global economic powerhouse, holds significant trade ties with Israel. On the other hand, the Philippines, one of the first Asian countries to recognize Israel post-World War II, shares a long-standing diplomatic relationship. Israel's silence could be a delicate balancing act, aiming not to jeopardize these relationships. However, the question remains: should Israel continue its silence or take a stand? As a democratic nation known for its technological advancements and military prowess, Israel's support could potentially tip the scales in the Indo-Pacific conflict. So is Israel's silence a strategic decision or just a coincidence? What could be the strategic reasons behind Israel's silence? That's the question we're going to tackle in this part of our discussion. In the grand chessboard of geopolitics, each move is calculated, each silence is strategic. For a small nation like Israel, this is especially true. It's a delicate dance of diplomacy, where maintaining a balanced relationship with major world powers is of utmost importance. Let's consider the dynamics at play here. On one side, we have the United States, a long-standing ally of Israel. The US has been vocal in its support for the Philippines, condemning China's actions in the South China Sea. On the other side, there's China, a rising global power. Despite the tensions, China remains a significant player in the global economy, and it's a relationship that Israel might not want to strain. Now let's add another layer to this geopolitical puzzle. The United Kingdom is also flexing its military muscles, sending its aircraft carrier to East Asia. This move, aimed at strengthening security ties in the region, adds to the complexity of the situation. So where does Israel fit into all this? Well, it's a balancing act. Israel needs to navigate these turbulent waters with caution. While it's crucial to stand by its allies, it's also important not to antagonize other major players on the global stage. In this context, silence might not necessarily mean inaction or indifference. It could be a well-thought-out strategy, a careful move in this geopolitical chess game. It's a silent acknowledgement of the complexities of international relations, where every action can have far-reaching consequences. So we circle back to our initial question. Could the silence be a strategy to maintain a balanced relationship with China? The answer isn't straightforward, but it's clear that the stakes are high and every move counts. But then, how could Israel's involvement benefit the Philippines? Let's delve into this intriguing possibility. Israel, renowned for its technological prowess, particularly in military and cybersecurity technologies, could offer substantial strategic advantages to the Philippines. Imagine the integration of Israeli-developed drones and advanced surveillance systems into the Philippine military infrastructure. This could enhance the Philippines' monitoring and defense capabilities in the contested waters of the South China Sea. Furthermore, Israel's strategic geographical location and its experience in navigating complex political landscapes could provide valuable insights into regional diplomacy and conflict management for the Philippines. By aligning with Israel, the Philippines could gain not only from cutting-edge technology, but also from seasoned diplomatic counsel, potentially fortifying its position on the international stage. Could Israel's involvement shift the balance of power? This question beckons a closer look at the broader implications of such an alliance in the dynamic and often volatile arena of international relations. Before we proceed further, a quick reminder. If you're intrigued by our deep dive into global affairs, make sure to subscribe for more insightful content. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now let's imagine a scenario where Israel decides to break its silence. What then? Picture this. Israel steps onto the global stage, taking a definitive stance in the ongoing tensions between China and the Philippines. This move could ripple across the waters, influencing not just the immediate conflict, but the broader geopolitical landscape. Firstly, Israel's involvement might shift regional alliances. Traditionally, Israel has maintained a relatively low profile in Southeast Asian geopolitics. However, a decision to support the Philippines could forge new diplomatic ties with Southeast Asian nations, who might view Israel's involvement as a sign of solidarity and support against aggressive maritime claims. Moreover, Israel's advanced military technology and intelligence capabilities could provide a significant boost to the Philippines. This support might not only strengthen the Philippines' defensive posture, but could also serve as a deterrent against further escalations in disputed waters. On the flip side, Israel's engagement could provoke a response from China, potentially leading to strained ties between these two nations. China, recognizing the strategic and technological prowess of Israel, might see this as a direct challenge. This could lead to a cooling of trade relations, which have been quite robust up until now. The economic implications could be substantial, given that China is a significant market for Israeli technology and goods. Furthermore, Israel's move could influence its relations with other global powers, particularly the United States. The U.S., having its own complex dynamics with China and vested interests in the security of the Pacific region, might view Israel's involvement as a supportive act, potentially deepening the U.S.-Israel strategic partnership. However, it's also conceivable that such a bold move could complicate Israel's diplomatic efforts in other regions. Countries aligned with China might reconsider their ties with Israel, affecting Israel's global diplomatic network. So could Israel's involvement potentially change the geopolitical landscape? Absolutely. The extent and nature of the change, positive or negative, would depend significantly on the reactions of the major global players and regional allies. Such a decision would not be made lightly, as the cascading effects could redefine international relations in significant ways. In conclusion, international relations are a complex web of alliances, interests, and strategic decisions. Throughout this discussion, we've traversed the silent landscapes of Israel's non-involvement in the China-Philippines conflict, delved into the intricate geopolitical chessboard, and explored the delicate balance of power that defines modern international relations. To recapitulate, Israel's silence can be attributed to its strategic, diplomatic priorities and regional security concerns. It maintains a cautious stance in global conflicts where direct national interests are not at stake. This approach allows Israel to focus on its immediate geopolitical challenges and alliances, particularly those that impact its security and economic interests. Moreover, the geopolitical chessboard reveals that the South China Sea is a vortex of military and economic interests for many nations. The conflict between China and the Philippines is not just a regional issue, but a litmus test for international law and order. Israel, like many countries, watches from a distance, calculating the potential risks and benefits of involvement. The balance of power in international relations is precarious. Small shifts can lead to significant outcomes. For Israel, entering a conflict where superpowers like the United States and China are involved could lead to unforeseen diplomatic repercussions. Therefore, Israel's strategy seems to be one of cautious observation rather than active involvement. Understanding these complexities is crucial. It sheds light on why nations act or choose to remain neutral in conflicts that seem distant but have global implications. For Israel, its decision to remain silent in the China-Philippines dispute is a strategic maneuver, prioritizing its national interests and security over global advocacy. This discussion underscores the importance of recognizing the layers and nuances in international politics. Each decision, or lack thereof, made by a country on the international stage, is guided by a tapestry of historical, geopolitical, and strategic factors. As global citizens, comprehending these factors helps us better understand the world we live in and the international headlines we read every day. As we close this exploration, remember that the world of international relations is ever evolving. Each day offers a new piece of the puzzle, contributing to our understanding of global dynamics. Subscribe for more amazing content and keep wondering about the complex dynamics of international relations. Don't miss out on future explorations and discoveries. Hit subscribe and ring the bell to stay updated with our new content. Your journey of wonder continues with every video. Stay connected and engaged on social media. Continue the conversation, follow us. Thank you for being a part of the Have You Ever Wondered community. Keep wondering, keep discovering. Until next time.